it going? My name is Johnny. I'm going to be talking about physical activity and the academic benefits that come from that. What I mean by physical activity is sports, physical education in the classroom and in school, or just working out or running. My parents got me involved in sports when I was young, and I think it's been very influential in my life personally. I learned a lot of my values and a lot of teamwork and things like that. And just physical activity in general, like working out, running, has always relieved stress from myself. So my major claim is that despite lowering the risk of obesity and numerous heart conditions, physical activity brings forth academic benefits in various ways. The first way is it boosts up your self-esteem. Self-esteem is a key attribute in academics so that you can be confident and outspoken in the classroom. There was a test where doctors they talked to girls that were in 3rd to 8th grade, and they had to do track, and they test them. They use the Rosenberg self-esteem scale, which is a valid and reliable self-administered questionnaire that measures self-esteem, and their self-esteem improved a lot. So. And then Ann Rosewater, who held senior positions at the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, she wrote a book called Learning to Play and Playing to Learn, and reported that sports provided things such as competition, communication, and persistence. Communication is key to be able to express your thoughts in class and be able to do presentations and things like that. Also competition, there's nothing wrong with healthy competition in classrooms to help you to do your best in everything, so just do the same thing in the classrooms. Sports also teaches persistence, to be able to be persistent in classrooms and to not give up on anything you do. Physical activity is also a good way to be connected with school. The National Longitudinal Study of Adolescent Behavior found that school connectedness was the strongest factor to decrease substance abuse and, most important of all, school absenteeism. And so connected students were also they're more likely to have higher grades and test scores, have better school attendance, and stay in school longer. Participating in physical education also allows you to get a better peer network, so you can be able to be more connected to school. Also, the physical activity relieves stress and anxiety. In the 1996 Surgeon General report called Physical Activity and Health, it proved that there is reduced feelings of stress and anxiety, and increased adolescent self-esteem also. So these are some of the points, but also there's actually been proven studies of people that do have physical activity actually have better grades. In the 2002 National Youth Risk Behavior Survey, they measured three categories: and insufficient moderate physical activity, insufficient vigorous physical activity, and kids that did not play on at least one sports team. And these are all high school students. And I saw that for all three of these categories, there's a lot more D's and F's and C's than A's and B's. So people that would do more like just a little physical activity would get better grades, and sports also. There's also another study that's called the Early Childhood Longitudinal Study, and this was where they took certain kids from kindergarten to 5th grade, and they tested them after they did more hours of physical education, and there was actually a significant benefit for academic achievement when it came to mathematics or reading. This was just for girls, but there was not a negative effect for boys. So overall, I believe that we should start our youth by getting them involved in sports and physical activity to help them academically. That's it.
All right, well, you identify what the proposition is, but the phrasing on it is kind of complicated because it's kind of like, despite the physical benefits, it has these other things. Why is the despite thing there? I don't know. It just confuses the claim. What is the claim that you're making? That physical activity improves academic performance in school. That's a more straightforward way of saying it. I don't know why you have the other thing in there. It just is confusing. You signpost your first point, but there's no preview of what the structure is. I'm not sure how much controversy there is on this particular point, that there may be benefits to physical activity. I think that that's probably, not in dispute when it comes to health issues, of course. You're making the argument that it goes beyond that. And again, I'm not sure whether or not there's a reason to doubt that, but you present some good reasons to accept it. As you're going through your points, there's no numerical signposting of the claims, and there are a lot of them. There's one on persistence, connectiveness, peers, stress relief, and you want to have some numerical signposts on those points. Not all of the points had anything more than a hypothetical example, but a few of them did have some extensive information from authorities who've done research. The problem is, on the research, you're rarely quoting the citation directly. It sounds like you're giving a paraphrase, and on the statistical results, you don't usually give us the statistical outcomes. You tell us what you think the numbers mean. There's one place, for instance, where you say, and I saw a lot of D's and C's and F's in one category, and I go, well, yeah, but what does that mean? You saw that. What did the researchers say? How did they determine what the impact was? You need to be looking for the conclusion and evidence from the studies that you're citing. I thought you had an excellent job of speaking to the audience for the most part. A couple of hesitations here and there, and I thought the structure, like I said, was a little bit of a problem, but I thought you did a good job building credibility, and you added some personal credibility at the beginning of the speech as well. Thank you.